channel.
Hello guys, welcome back and thank you for staying with us. Ever since Chelle, the Super Eagles manager, submitted the 31 preliminary squad to the NFF for consideration, of which we believe and that the squad will still be trimmed to the final 23-man list, a lot of names have been bouncing off that list, with the likes of Kani Chukwuemeka and Leslie Gochko being included in that list. Neither the NFF or Chelle, the Super Eagles manager, has come outside to confirm or deny as to why those names were linked up to the Super Eagles. Of recent, we saw Chelle started the store by visiting the likes of France, where he met with the likes of Moses Simon. He visited Italy, where he met with the likes of Ademola Lookman. He visited England, where he met with the likes of Alex Iwobi and Kelvin Bassey and the rest. And of recent, he went to Spain, where he went to meet the other Super Eagles player in that ranks. There was a news that broke out while he was at England that he was the one convincing that he had a closed door meeting with Alex Iwobi to try and convince Arsenal starlet in Nathan Warrior to join up with the Super Eagles. I think that's the list we're looking at. Okay, probably as a youngster, probably in the foreseen future, since Eric Chelle is planning for the long term. But there was a closed door meeting Eric Chelle had with a Newcastle forward. Believe me, this is a player that we have talked about as a channel final whistle. We brought to production 2-3 weeks ago concerning this player. As we said, at 29 years old, he has not been capped by international country so far. That what is going on, despite what he has to offer, and we're suggesting that is it due to personal reason, or is it the way he plays his football? Because if you're looking at the season as it started, he is having one of the blistering season as it started. Just last season, he ended the season on a brighter note. Before I give you exclusive on this story, let me officially welcome to the channel final whistle, and I keep you fresh and updated concerning spotlight related stories, some fans' reaction to pre and post match analysis, and of course in-depth match analysis. Don't forget to follow us across all social media platforms: Facebook final whistle 931, on Twitter known as X final whistle 931, on TikTok final whistle 931. On Instagram, Final Whistle, of course, our YouTube page, Final Whistle 931. We'll give you the full version of our stories. Don't just watch our videos. Want you to like, share, and drop a comment in the comment section. And if you are subscribed to the channel Final Whistle, because Final Whistle is the short plug in bringing you spotlight related stories. Believe me, it's about sport entirety. We're going to talk about it. And make sure you turn on your notification icon to get notified whenever we do production, series of production like this that I'm interested. Yes, Chelle is being a politician now because he had a close-up meeting while he was at England. You know, we brought you talks where we talked about him meeting with the likes of Alex Obi to try and convince Inter Waneri, and this news was under the radar because it was a shocking name. It might be shocking to a lot of Nigerians, but to us, final was at the channel, it was not shocking because we brought you production on it. This is not other person than Jacob Murphy, the Newcastle forward, who plays majorly at the right hand side of the attack, right winger. And we're looking at what the Super Eagles have. We have a lot of left wingers that are not comfortable, the right-footed left wingers that are not comfortable playing at the right side. I've talked about Chukwueze, how Chukwueze has lacked consistency over the years, and we believe that yes, that is a wing we need more firepower, because if we're looking at Moses Simon, he likes to play at the left. Ademola Lookman likes to play at the left. None of them wants to play at the right. We have rotated that right side between Kelechi and Samuel Chukwueze, and believe me, none of them have done justice to that. Where we talked about Jacob Murphy, how he's going to be an impact in the Super Eagles. Believe me, as at the time we brought you production as a channel on Jacob Murphy, as a channel final whistle, Eric Chelle was not the manager, was not confirmed as the manager at that time. So it's as if we as a channel, we did our due diligence in researching this, because at 29 years old, like I said, he has represented England at all unders, but he has not been capped by English international, despite names, believe me, average names bouncing in and out of the Three Lions squad. Even for a friendly, Jacob Murphy was going on. As we have attributed this, and we try and dig in our own research, and we see that Jacob Murphy is not one for the spotlight. So it's not as if he committed committed an offense that the English national team are looking to punish or something. So he's an easygoing guy. So that's why we are surprised as to why at this stage he has not been called up. So Chelle had a chat with the 29 years old to gauge his interest in switching to Nigeria due to his Nigerian descent. Details of how the discussion went wasn't made available to us at this time of this report. Yes, at the time of this report, we don't have confirmation, exclusive confirmation. That is why, of all pictures that were floating online with Ademola Lookman, with Moses Simon, with Alex Iwobi, the picture of Eric Chelle and Jacob Murphy was not known to the public because it was kind of a secret closed-door meeting. At 29, like I said, is more of a now than never for Jacob Murphy. You know, we brought the productions that were talking about the statistics, how we better all the wingers we have except Ademola Lookman. In terms of statistics, I believe it's even better than Moses Simon, because if you are looking at his style of play, pacey at 29, he still has the pace, he still has the dribbles, he still has an eye for crosses, of which we have talked about our wingers being limited to the way they cross. If you're looking at the way to try and feed Osimhen, other than when we are playing a low block team where Osimhen likes to be fed the ball aerially, and we are talking about Adema Lukman, the strong attribute is not to cross the ball, more of a kind of square play player, or to cut inside and whip in, short it, or short passes. We are looking at Jacob Murphy as a different type of winger to blister the attacking side. And like I said, as a right-footed player, he likes to play more on that right-hand side where his major attribute is crossing. Look at the Newcastle side. A lot of us can argue and can agree with me that Newcastle are doing fantastic as they are in line to make one of the top fours as it stands. Believe me, with the way they play, with the agility, and Jacob Murphy is instrumental because they play more of a massive attack, massive defense. And if you are looking at, take a look and watch a Newcastle game with the kind of energy they provide and with the way Jacob Murphy is playing, you believe with me that Chelle has a point in approaching Jacob Murphy. Like I said, born to a Nigerian father, but to an English mom, he's eligible to play for three countries: the Irish national team, in three Lions of England, and the Super Eagles of Nigeria. Like I said, he has never been capped international at senior level for none of these countries. So at 29 years old, Jacob Murphy, what is going on? You are better than most of the international players going during international break to represent our country. And I'm looking at the situation now of the three Lions as to why this might actually made a lot of sense for him to come and play for the Super Eagles now. Look at the position he likes to play with the likes of Cole Palmer, Bukayo Saka, Phil Foden, fighting up for the right hand side of the attack of the English national team, because they are looking at that number 10 position now. Jude Bellingham currently occupies that place in the English national team. So three players are fighting for the right hand side of the three Lions now. Definitely no way in for Jacob Murphy. You're looking at the left hand side, it's currently occupied because they have a lot of players. Talking about star squadded quality squad, believe me, England is no match for anybody in the world. So where does Jacob Murphy goes from here? At this point, if he wants to have a legacy at the international stage, believe me, he has to come to Nigeria at this point. I know a lot of us will talk about him being the second, third choice or fourth choice. I think he has never submitted, he has never lobbied to even be in the English national team, because if he has lobbied, we would have seen his name in the media speak making ranks. But like I said, he's a quiet guy, never in the news, never in the media for one of the wrong reasons. It's all about his football, and I believe that it will do us a lot of good. There's an advantage of also trying to get Jacob Murphy to play for the Super Eagles is for the fact that he's actually a twin. His younger brother plays in the championship, so I think it's as if we're buying one and we're getting two players. So I think if we try and convince him, his brother plays similarly with him. I've always talked about how tournament football is actually different from the league football. And I talk about tournament. A classic tournament gives you 6 to 7 matches. With the kind of precarious situation we are, can we get a player? Forget the age now. Forget the stories behind him. Can we get a player that gives us 6 solid matches like Jacob Murphy? Believe me, if this is the bottom line, believe me, I don't mind us getting the kind of player that I feel that in a tournament football like AFCON, that we have to play 6 to 7 matches to get to the final to win it. Can Jacob Murphy give you an excellent game of 6 to 7 matches that we don't have to worry about consistency? We don't have to worry about him picking up to the game. I think yes. I think the only disadvantage of this is for the fact that he has never been into the African system. And a lot of viewers will agree with me that African football is quite different from the international side. A typical example is Victor Boniface, where we see him racking up numbers in the Bundesliga, but to come back home in Nigeria to replicate those numbers is a deep difficulty. The good news is, like I said, Chelle had a closed door meeting with Jacob Murphy, and like I said, even before it was confirmed the Super Eagles coach. Final also at the channel, we have done our research and we brought you productions concerning this. Feel free to go down to our videos and check out for Jacob Murphy when we talked about him, how he's been linked, how we feel that yes, he can actually better the squad of the Super Eagles. Well, Chelle, you are cooking, and believe me, I'm loving the way you are ticking all boxes. And from this indication, we are going to get this right. Well, go to the comment section and concerning Jacob Murphy. Is he a player to better the right wing side we have in the Super Eagles? Is he a player better than Samuel Chukwueze, Kelechi Iheanacho, and probably Moses Simon? And you feel that he's going to be an upgrade or bring something dynamic, something different to the Super Eagles? Well, go to the comment section and do just that. And that's my time. See you guys.